Hi, Chanelle.
Hi.
Thanks for carving out the time to speak about this, Chanelle. The way of work in the age of coronavirus. I feel like, we found ourselves working from home pretty suddenly. Time tends to slip by. So have you felt like you've been able to carve out that time, communicate?
Yeah, it didn't come easy. I have no visibility into what my coworkers are doing.
Whether
I
they
know,
look busy or not, right?
yeah, whether they look busy, like an example of that, I know like for our Slack tools, our design team created literally these icons that might help show your colleagues what you're actually doing at the time. My most used one is probably lunch. We also have like little icons that say like here to help or something. So like colleagues know that like you're easily approachable. There's kind of this feeling that like I'm at home, I can kind of relax, but also like I'm still working. It's certainly a huge shift for everyone. How about you?
Yeah. You'll notice I'm not in my apartment in Brooklyn anymore. I came out to my parents' house in Wisconsin. So just have a little more space to sort of move around, which has been refreshing. I might even go up into my room, if my childhood room, if I really need to have some peace and quiet. Or today it was nice enough outside that I was able to go on the porch. Although customers have said they can hear birds on the other end of the line. They're just like, are those birds?
Are they complaining?
Everyone's really cutting everyone a little bit of slack. There was kind of this attitude, I think, where when you work from home, at least to the client, you had to make them think like you were sitting at your desk in the office. Whereas now everyone knows that everyone's at home. And
Right.
so if there is like a baby crying in the background or the dog barking or birds chirping or whatever the case might be, I think everyone's just much more quick to give everyone a little bit of slack.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever get like video fatigue?
I'm okay with turning my camera on, especially with Zoom. I really appreciate the touch up feature. So I'm not as concerned with like what I look like, but I do have like friends and colleagues let me know that they are screen fatigued.
It's really important. Or I imagine how video fatigue would take its toll, particularly for parents.
I definitely, I don't have a kid, but I have my dog. She picked up this habit where she's kind of nipping at like pieces of my clothing to get my attention.
Oh my God.
Fortunately, I have different rooms that I can go into.
Right. And don't you live with your partner? How have you navigated that?
He's generally pretty understanding. Sometimes I find myself having to communicate like, "Hey, like just so you know, I have to get on this phone call. Like, would you mind turning the TV down a little bit?" There's always like that, "Ugh, okay, whatever." But
Totally.
um,
Hey, and at
but
least your partner speaks English, even if your dog doesn't, right?
right, yeah. Oh, oh my gosh.
This is Rico.
Hi, Rico. Does Rico ever bother you when you're trying to work?
No, Rico's got a little bit of a disappearing act.
That's funny.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Well, our work here is done.
Back to it now. Have a good one.
See ya. Talk to you soon.